joining me in this Friday edition of your Jamaica Magazine. We're here in Kingston at the Convent of Mercy Academy, or as most know it, Alpha. This is the first of two schools we'll be visiting today to conclude this year's GIS Heritage Tour. Come with me as we give you a taste of our rich cultural heritage.
Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Friday, October 26. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has reassured residents in communities surrounding National Heroes Park that they will be protected in the development plans for the site. At a town hall meeting hosted by the Prime Minister last night, he said there was no plan to take people out of their communities.
The government of Jamaica intends to ensure that all our built spaces are sustainable, meaning that in their design and construction, they work in symbiosis with the environment. That is, they respect and preserve the environment.
He told the residents and other stakeholders that while some buildings would be removed, government's intention was to provide infrastructure for the community to grow organically. That includes repurposing several buildings with heritage value. To those who will be relocated, Prime Minister Holness promised that they would not be disadvantaged during the process, which would be conducted over a protracted period.
Residents who will be affected should have no fear. The government will put in place a fair, that is equitable, and transparent process.
Meanwhile, the Prime Minister has disclosed that the development to take place at National Heroes Circle will be put to tender. Mr. Holness revealed last night that a few companies that specialize in major developmental projects would draft the proposed plans. He stressed that the rules governing the procurement process would be adhered to, and the administration intended to ensure its engagement of companies was done in a transparent manner.
Once we have identified, we have finished the master plan, the procurement phase of it will be a competitive process. And so I want to just rest everyone at ease with that.
Minister of Tourism Edmund Bartlett says Trelawney is moving to take its place as a key player in the tourism sector. The parish has attracted some major hotel developments in recent years, and about 6,000 additional rooms will be added along the corridor from Rio Bueno to Falmouth.
The development here has proven a few things to us, one of which is possible for us to have turnaround time for major construction that is less than 18 months.
The tourism minister was speaking at the recent official opening of the Excellence Oyster Bay Hotel in the parish. $110 million has been invested in the first phase of the development, which also employed about 1,500 persons. Situated on the private peninsula of Oyster Bay, the resort offers an adult-only, all-inclusive experience to high-end clientele. It features 315 suites with expansive living spaces, panoramic ocean views, and direct beach access. Minister Bartlett predicts that within a few years, the combined inventory of Trelawney and Montego Bay will account for 2/3 of the hotel room stock on the island. Still out west, the Urban Development Corporation, UDC, will be starting construction on a state-of-the-art beach park at the closed Harbour Beach in St. James in January. The 16-acre property, also known as Dump Up Beach, will be transformed into a world-class, multi-zoned public space. The project is to be completed within 2 years at a projected cost of $700 million. Project manager at the UDC, Kerry Moore O'Connor, made the announcement at the recent Invest Mobay Breakfast Forum. He said the National Contracts Commission last week approved the project contract, which would now be submitted to Cabinet for approval. The park will feature a jogging trail, soft and hard landscaping, an outdoor amphitheater, multipurpose courts, a children's play area, food kiosks, and a boardwalk, among other amenities. Access to the facility will be free. And finally, the Jamaica Customs Agency, JCA, is implementing measures to improve its operations at the wharf. Importers and customs brokers have been experiencing delays in clearing domestic containerized shipments since mid-September. So the JCA and Port of Kingston recently convened a meeting with key import players as part of efforts to enhance service delivery at the port. That meeting explored strategies that will be used to reduce the delays at the Freeport terminal. The parties agreed to improve communication and facilitate better port coordination with the Kingston Freeport terminal. They also have committed to providing additional bays for the inspection of containers and making operational changes in areas which negatively impact clearance time and container examination. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.
Now moonshine, bright tonight, how we are trying to be all night till daylight.
Secondary level students enter the poster competition with digital or illustrated pieces, and tertiary level students, the photo competition is for you.
The topic for the poster and photo competition is Jamaica's music, the stage for growth and development.
All entries must be submitted by Sunday, October 28th.
For additional information, visit the JS website at www.js.gov.jm. Email heritageposter, all at js.gov.jm.
We're dropping knowledge today. Like, did you know there's a program borrowing the principles of jungle survival and employing the use of modern technology to help students learn? Yep, Cheetah's in the classroom, and we're sitting in right now.
The cheetah is known all over the globe as the fastest land animal in the world. But right here in Jamaica, there is a special type of cheetah that is not only known for its speed, but also for its unique relationship with students across the education system.
So our company name again is Cheetah. It's an acronym, Connect to Higher Education, Electronic Tools, Application and Help. So I thought it was more appropriate to definitely have a mascot, a live mascot that symbolizes our company. Our students have really liked it in terms of we have done dancing contests. So a lot of times we could see, how can you dance better than a cheetah. Okay, so here we go. Are we ready? Are we ready? All right, let's start.
In addition to, and arguably more important than its engaging cheetah mascot, this self-funded informal charitable arm donates numerous educational content and electronic tools to selected schools across Jamaica. These institutions are chosen on a needs basis.
So the tools include some of our books. We have a lot of books that we have created. Some of them are already on the ministry's book list. Like for instance, we have a book, Not Another Me, which coincidentally aligns with the Ministries of Education theme about who am I. And it's a great book in dual language, Spanish and English. And the words of the book are lyrics to a song. And it's a nice reggae song, I'm a cheetah. And I searched all over and could not find another me. That's one of the many books that we have. And then we also have even our dancing cheetah toy, and I have him right here. Children love him, and so we have our books, we have our toy, we have our tablets.
We got approximately 80 tablets from the Cheetah project. We have been using those tablets for almost 2 to 3 years now, and they are helping us tremendously in reading and in mathematics. Students are now encouraged to use IT in their studies. And I'm quite certain when the students leave Norman Gardens for high school, they are going to be well prepared where technology is concerned.
I think it helps with the students so that they can learn how to do different types of addition. social, multiplication, and other topics.
There's no way I know I could do it on my own. It's a big collaborative effort, and so I needed other persons to be on board with me. And so the first person I called was the person who I've interacted most, Ministry of Education. They have purchased most of my tools throughout the years.
The ministry has been in partnership with Cheetah Toys, as the company is called, since 2015. It has been going exceptionally well. She has also supported us in terms of scholarships for some of our students, and she's also participating in the development of PEP questions, working with our curriculum and other education officers. And last year, she actually did some GSAT preparation sessions for selected schools across the island.
The measurement for this line is what? 180. Now that I've drawn a line right here, what is the measurement for this side? 90 degrees. What is the measurement for this side? 90 degrees. Good. So you're going to pray, and you're also going to do proper planning and preparation, prevent poor performance.
So what we're trying to do overall is just to inspire the children, to encourage them, and also to give them some of the tools that we believe will help them to excel. So we want to also be considered as the teachers' helpers. We're not going to go in and do something entirely new. We want to work in collaboration with the teachers, recognize what they need, and see how best we can help to facilitate them.
And I know the question you've all been asking is, why the name Cheetah?
I've always loved the color cheetah. I'm wearing my tie today, but I usually love the print. And then later when I've done the research, I found that cheetah is so different. It has made a name for itself. It's the fastest of all the land animals. So I think that the cheetah has a lot to offer. And I think like cheetah, the students that we're trying to impact, trying to inspire, they could also make a name for themselves.
It is undoubtedly one of the oldest churches in Jamaica and the Caribbean. Its brick and mortar structure is said to have been laid over 300 years ago by slaves, and inside its walls are numerous antiques and prized possessions. This is the first of 3 unique and historical places we will be exploring in the parish of Caenwood today. Let's go check it out.
Welcome to St. Peter's Alley. I am Charmaine Langoth and I'll be your tour guide. The original building was built in 1671. It was damaged by the earthquake of 1692, reconstructed, and then damaged again by the hurricane of 1951 and again reconstructed. This building holds many items of historic importance. To your left, up this steep and narrow staircase, you will witness the bell. It weighs 3/4 of a ton. It was built in 1857 by Messrs. Mayers, the same company that built the famous Big Ben in London. Let us continue our journey. And now we're going to look at our historic organ. It is actually the oldest in the Commonwealth Caribbean. We got it in 1847, and at that time it cost 250 guineas. As you can see, it is a piped organ. And if you look around the church, you will see our many exquisite monuments, wall and floor tablets mounted or laid in dedication to the dearly departed, and of course, our east stained glass window.
If you think this place is amazing, wait till you get to our next venue. So after leaving the historical St. Peter's Anglican Church in the small town of Alley, we went to the most southern part of the parish of Clarendon, where our friends from the Jamaica Caves organization will take us to our next destinations. Tucked away in the dense, dry limestone forest of Portland Ridge is some of Jamaica's most beautiful caves, the Jackson's Bay Great Cave and the Portland Cave 1.
Okay, this is Portland Cave 1. It's just one large entrance and then there's a couple of other small light holy type entrances. We'll go down here just a little bit and then we're going to get some lights going. Okay, right up above us in that bell hole, that's what that's called with the dark staining. You can see a few bats up there. And down directly below, you can see fresh rat bat guano there. Yeah, that's a type of limestone, but it's more properly it's calcite or calcium carbonate. And calcite is a crystal, so when you get it nice and clean like that, you can see how sparkly it is. Yeah, down here, you can see these gours, these little depressions in the flowstone. These are called cave pearls. They can get a lot larger. There's another one there. And what they form where you've got water that comes and goes and comes and goes, but also flows a little bit.
Wow, who would have thought that Clarendon had such hidden treasures? 2 discoveries down, 1 to go. So I know you've all heard about the popular Milk River Mineral Spa, but did you know that Clarendon is also home to another outstanding mineral spring? 10 minutes east of Lionel Town is a popular cooling off spot for locals and foreigners, the Salt River Mineral Bath. The best thing about this recreational area is that it can be found right beside the main road and is completely free to enjoy. The spa, which is a pond with mineral water running from rocks adjacent to it, regularly sees patrons who visit for its healing properties or just for an evening of fun and relaxation. And if visitors ever get hungry, there's a host of food stalls with authentic Jamaican dishes to choose from, just like this one.
I love coming here, especially on a Sunday, to come eat the people them festival, because it tastes nice, of course. The water, the people, it's just nice.
Thank you so much, Sister Mercy, for that delicious meal.
The pleasure is all mine.
As you can see, the parish of Clarendon has more to offer than you know. All you have to do is get up, get out there, and explore.
Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had, redemption songs, redemption songs.
So after leaving Alpha, we journeyed to the neighboring Holy Trinity High, where another group of youngsters are celebrating all things Jamaican. By the way, in another 6 days, a whole month dedicated to these and other youth takes its turn on the calendar. But we're not waiting to educate, empower, and motivate our young people. Here's your dose of motivation for the day.
My name is Shanrai Dennis, and I'm the 2017 recipient of the PCG Renewable Energy Scholarship to pursue a Masters of Science in Renewable Energy Engineering at the University of Technology, Jamaica.
The procedure for selecting a recipient of the PCG scholarship was done through first a advertisement inviting potential students, whether recent graduates or persons who were interested in the master's program in the School of Engineering, to apply. We chose Shanaway because he's someone who thinks deeper than the surface, and that is what a researcher needs to be. Not somebody who takes things at face value, but is willing to probe a little deeper. Interestingly, what impressed us in the interview was not so much his technical knowledge, which his academic performance already testified to, but he actually discussed some social issues at the time. Our conversation led us there, and we were appreciative of the perspectives that he shared.
With great powers come great responsibilities, so being given this scholarship, it's not just a scholarship for me to be selfish with, to get a master's and then migrate or whatever. It's for me to know that I'm being given an opportunity to make myself a better person and in the long run make Jamaica a better place. So I don't see this scholarship as a scholarship for me, but a scholarship for Jamaica. My goal or my dream is to see the social gap in Jamaica being reduced, to see everyone living more equal life, to see everyone being able to afford what they want, and in a sense to help Jamaica develop from third world status. In this field, renewable energy engineering, you need an expert in the field of renewable energy. It's a growing field, it's a relatively new field. After completing my master's, I'll be able to add further research first of all, that other persons can work, and I'll also be able to do applied research and actually have end products resulting from these research. Many people will look at me and probably pass judgment. They see a dark Rasta boy over there, so they say it doesn't have anything positive to offer to society, but that's not necessarily the case. Like, what I can tell you about me is that Shanrai Dennis is a humble, reserved, outgoing person, enjoys watching and playing sports, having discussions on various topics from politics and history to physics, technology. So I consider myself a versatile person. I love sports. I was involved in sports from primary school. I remember when I had GSAT, my father wanted me to focus on my studies.
While he was going to primary, I was checking his book, I always do. And I realized that on Wednesdays, there were no work done in his book. So he came home and I said, I said, well, I'm not in your school on Wednesday, dear. I said, yes, Daddy. I said, how am I not seeing no work in your book on Wednesdays? I said, because him go play football for his school. So I said, this is not right.
I loved football, so while he would be thinking I'm at class, I'm out playing football. And he didn't know until until a match that I played in featured on TV in which I scored 2 goals. so when I went to him, he was like, so since when you play football or whatever, I think we had this talk earlier. It's very important to know that you're living your life to the best that you can and you're not wasting it. So that's one of the driving factors behind me being so involved, because if I find something interesting, I'm going to do it. So when you have a packed plate and then you see something else you want to do, there's really only one thing you can cut back on, and that's sleep. And that's sleep. So if you have to reduce the hours you spend sleeping to do something you enjoy, I think it's worth it.
I've taught Shanoy from his first year at UTech, and taught him about 3 or 4 modules. When I observed him, he wasn't always working though, but he was never stupid with his free time. He rested and he did recreation in a healthy way, in a productive way, and he was a rounded person. So that's important. Just be rounded and be productive with all your time, not just academically.
So you see, I'm just here doing what I need to do, and I'm more focused on what I need to get done than the fact that I am actually a scholar.
And just like that, it's time to end today's Heritage Tour. If you're wondering why you didn't see more of those school tours we talked about, make sure you're watching Jamaica Magazine next week. In the meantime, feel free to visit our website, jis.gov.jm, for more information about government programs and your heritage. I'm Sandra Clark. Have a great weekend.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.